I'm the Club Welfare Officer for Queensbury Running Club. What does the Welfare Officer do? Well, I make sure that DBS checks have been performed and are up to date as needed, that we have a robust volunteer recruitment process, and we have policies and procedures in place for protecting vulnerable adults, anti-bullying, and to prevent poor practice in coaching. It's essential so that we can all get on with enjoying running safely altogether. That doesn't mean to say welfare is just my responsibility though, it's everybody's responsibility in the club. So I'm going to give you 5 tips for looking after our welfare during this lockdown. My first tip is to always follow the current government and NHS advice. This can change on a day-to-day basis, so I'm not going to repeat that now, but I urge you all to keep up to date, look on any websites for the most current advice and try and adhere to it. That will make sure that we all stay safe, not just ourselves but each other. Secondly, running is still running. We can still put on our shoes, our kit, go out the door and go for a run as we always did. Exercise is good for us. It boosts our metabolism. It boosts the production of serotonin, which is the happy hormone. So it's good for our physical health and our mental health. However, we want to avoid overdoing it. We don't want to suddenly go into bursts of high intensity exercise that we aren't used to, because that can actually reduce our immune system and make us more likely to succumb to illnesses. The time now is to maybe look at extending our runs, going a little bit further or increasing our pace, but only within reason. Just do things gently. If we don't like running on our own, then join virtual runs, virtual challenges. There's plenty available online on England Athletics, Strava. We have our own challenges available. There's plenty of exercise that is available online. If we are shielding and we cannot leave the house, then obviously that's even more difficult. But maybe try and look at things like cleaning, running up and down the stairs, try and maintain some sort of exercise, some sort of running. My third tip is to look at eating well, particularly after exercise. Maybe looking at how we usually rehydrate, refuel and rebuild our muscle mass. Maybe now's the time to look in our cupboards and have a look at the things that we've bought in the past, things that we think that we might use as a refuel but haven't got around to using it. We don't all have access to the same amount of food that we had previously, so use what we can find. The fourth thing to look at is sleep. Sleep is really important to recover from runs. It's very difficult in this time. It's a very stressful time for us all, and that can make sleep more difficult to come by when it's most important. So try and make sure we have a good sleep routine, going to bed at the same time, winding down before we go to sleep, avoiding alcohol and caffeine before bed. If we do have trouble getting off to sleep, focus on deep breathing exercises. Maybe put your hand on your chest, your hand on your stomach, and just concentrate as you breathe deeply in and out, feeling the breaths, and just relax, and hopefully that'll help us to drift off. Finally, we need to look after our mental health. Maybe we should look at improving our techniques rather than suddenly deciding to train harder than usual in our running. If we're deciding to train harder, we're not likely to achieve what we're aiming for, and we don't want to feel like we're failing. Just look at small improvements. My example is running up hills. I'm not very good at running up hills, but now's the time to practice it when nobody's actually looking. If we can't get out, or we don't want to get out, and we do decondition, it's not the end of the world. We can always pick up. We were all beginners once. We can all go back to there. Some people find it helpful for their mental health to stick to a routine. If we're used to going out for runs on a Saturday morning, a Thursday evening, stick to those times, but make sure that they're virtual runs and that we all adhere to the social distancing. If it might be time to look at your routine on a whole new level. If you haven't had a good routine, maybe now's the time to start. I hope you've enjoyed my few tips, And if you want to find out more about the running club, then contact us on the details below. You can always follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, and you'll keep up to date with what we're doing and find out more challenges and things to do. Stay safe.